You guys really want this idiot back in office? I'm better even outside of politics. I just won 2 club championships in golf. I mean, I hit the ball a long way. And he can't even hit a ball 50 yards.
Number 1, no one cares about your golf stats, bitch. And number 2, you just sound like a loser and a sucker.
No.
You're acting like a child.
Well, at least my child wasn't on coke. I mean, I'm just saying.
Maybe it was the same coke you and that worker had. Plus, I heard you like him young anyway. Apparently, this guy had relations with like a 19-year-old star.
Wrong.
You need to leave.
Everybody in the audience, please calm down. Try not to make any noise or anything. We don't want to waste time.
My time is already being wasted doing this stupid debate and talking to this buffoon. I mean, look at him. See, this is your president. He fell asleep during a debate. He fell asleep.
President Biden? President Biden?
Let me get back to what I was saying.
Babbling old man. This guy sucks. He sucks.
You were the worst president ever, and you're a sucker and a loser.
No, you're a loser.
No, you're a loser.
No, you're a loser. You know, I'm tired of you, Biden. What do you really want to do about this, honestly?
Every time you turn around, you always
saying
saying some crap.
Or you're gonna fall asleep
we
again.
were in
Every time
COVID
you
and
turn
everything,
around,
and
he's falling
you
somewhere.
didn't
He's
help or
falling down the
anything.
steps.
You
He
just
can't
sat
even
there on
stand
your
up.
high
I just
post
saw
on
a
your
video of him at the Waffle
king
House.
seat or whatever. You did nothing. You didn't help us at all. You're a loser. Talking about things that don't matter at a debate.
Ice Spice finally dropped. Now, I don't know what the deal is with this cover, but let me just give the project a shot.
Like, I just took a dookie.
What?
I like taking poopies.
Damn.
I ain't no smoochie. You look like a groupie. I think I just farted. Yeah, I just farted. No, wait. I actually sharted.
What is this?
I stay on the toilet. My shit might boil it.
Damn.
It's really hot. I'm gonna blow up the pot.
This is music?
I ain't talking about smoking gas. I'm talking about passing gas. Can you talk about shit?
Yo,
Because
it's like you're just dropping a duke in my ears.
He wanna get a whiff of this dookie. We both smell like poopy.
I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear this. I think I had enough. What is up with her and talking about doo-doo? Don't nobody want to listen to an album full of shit.
Well, new year, new me.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, kill this motherfucker shit.
Wait a minute. Look at that butt. You got a bad butt. Look at that butt. You got a bad butt. Oh, come on. I don't even know where to start. Man, how can I even get a workout in with all them people out there? I mean, good God. All them people wasn't here last month. But now everybody want to come to the gym in January. Everybody want to start working out. Everybody.
I never seen you here before. You new here, young buck?
Yeah, I'm new.
Yeah, I can tell your arm looks skinny. You need to go hit them weights. Anyway, I've been going here since about 1956. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Well, anyway, I'm about to go to that sauna room to keep my skin all nice. I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Well, yeah, you go ahead and do that. Well, no turning back now on this bench press. Might as well get used to it, you know, all the swole dudes use it. You got this. This is no sweat. It was a late hotel night. You know, it was just about 1 a.m. Me and my girl just got back from eating at this nice steak restaurant. But even though it was 1 a.m., we still didn't want the night to end. We decided to have some of these special candies, aka edibles. And mind you, this was my first time doing this. So let me tell y'all what happened that night. Now within that special candy bag, it was actually chocolate squares, and there were 10 of them in all. But, you know, since this was my first time doing this, I wasn't sure how the candy was gonna affect me, you know, so I wanted to take things a little slow. So me and my girl, we both decided just to take 2, just to see where our heads would be at in the next 10 to 20 minutes. And mind you, when we tried it, it tasted pretty good. It was a mixture between like a little bit of Reese's in there, and then they added a little Twix in that joint too, you know what I'm saying? So now about 20 minutes go by and we're still not feeling anything. So she grabs the bag of special candy and I'm like, we might as well just take them all. I mean, what do we have to lose? We were in a safe environment. We trusted each other and we got to get our money's worth, you know what I'm saying? So we took them all. And about 5 minutes goes by and everything has changed. I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling off, but I'm kind of feeling good. Mind you, while we were taking these, we were laying down. So it was like the bed was just like sinking, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in that joint like... From my waist down to my feet, it felt like static. So now I'm sitting there all calm and just soaked up all in the bed. And I look over to see how my girl was handling it, and she was just as relaxed, but more peaceful though. You know, she was holding her own, and she asked me how I was feeling, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm cool. I think I'm cool. I think I'm alright. Now we're just in the bed talking about how the candy's hitting us. We're having a whole conversation. Honestly, it was just me talking the whole time. Come to think about it, I was probably just saying a whole bunch of nothing in that conversation, but there is one portion of this conversation that I do remember. I remember telling her that the bed has transformed into like this fancy bed just for the two of us. We was up in the sky. It kind of reminded me of something like the Aladdin rug, for example. Something like that, you know? And to make things better, my girl, she decided to put on some Mary J. And as the song was playing, it was like Mary Jane came from my girl's phone and she transformed into like this holographic version of Mary J. And she was like singing in front of us. Had like a little club going on, you know what I'm saying? It was just enjoying the song. But here's where things get a little odd though, right? So after the song ends, you know, we're still laughing and having a good time, but Mary J starts staring at us pretty weird. Like it was a very off-putting look. And that made me very, very nervous because it's like, first off, you killing this good, chill, peaceful vibe. Second off, the song's over. So that means pack your equipment, pack your lights, pack your mic, and get out. Your job is done. She was there for like 5 to 10 plus minutes after her song has already ended. She wasn't blinking or anything, but as that was going on, my girl noticed that it was making me feel weird too. So, you know, she started to calm me down, you know, and eventually Mary J faded away, thank God. But after Mary J faded away, we kind of just both decided maybe for right now, we don't need any tunes at the moment, all right? We don't need that right now. So we decided to turn on some TV. Martin started playing, and honestly, you can't go no wrong with Martin. So I was cool with it, but I'm thinking it's gonna be like the normal theme song that we're all used to with the cast members behind the green screen. No, it was something completely different, and it really made me feel weird, right? So this version of the new theme song, Martin turned into like this 3D animated character. But mind you, this is 90s 3D animation, so you already know it's gonna look all weird. And then before you know it, he's out the TV and he's doing that same dance in front of both of us. And while he was doing his little dance, he kept getting faster. That just threw me off. I was just so confused and in awe. Like I didn't even know what I was looking at. I knew I was tripping, you know, because I was on some candy, but this was like some next level type of stuff here, right? And after the theme song ended, he was still doing his dance, but he started to go back into the TV, and then he faded off into the set of the TV. With all this going on, my girl could notice how anxious and paranoid I was, so she calmed me down again, and this time we were really, really trying to go to sleep, you know? As we were both laying down and trying to get real cozy and comfortable, it's like the bed just started to rock back and forth. It was like my body was moving on like a wave. The more I would lay down, the faster the stream would go. And I'm like, bro, why? What is happening right now? So I decided to get up, and as soon as I get up, I kid y'all not, bro, I look around. I look all around. I look everywhere. We are nowhere in the room anymore. We are in an island. I look up a little bit more. We were on the edge of a waterfall cliff and it was coming up quick. And mind you, I'm the only one who really knows what's happening right now. She was still on the other side, asleep. And I'm over here tripping again, yo. And I was telling her, listen, we need to get off this cliff. All right, it is a waterfall. We need to get out of here, all right? Before she could even say anything else, I was already on the edge of the cliff. How do you explain that? It was like someone grabbed the remote and sped it up. So here I am, scared for dear life. And I'm telling her, like, save me, get me from the edge of this cliff, please, please. I'm not trying to go down, please. So she reaches her hand out and I reach mine out and she grabs me. Before you know it, we were back in the hotel room on the bed. Everything from the island was gone. There was no water stream. It was like someone grabbed the remote again and fast forwarded, bro. Oh man, after all that happened, I had a realization. Drew, listen, you really need to try and relax, okay? You need to relax. So picture this. You think your whole special candy experience is over because you fell asleep. That wasn't the case for me, okay? I actually woke up from my sleep. I had to use the bathroom, right? I just had to take care of business. So I lift my head up and the room is already spinning. It's dark in the room. My glasses are off. I get up. The spinning gets worse. And it's feeling like every time I walk, someone is pulling me down. And the more I was in the hallway, it was like the hallway just kept getting longer and longer and longer. But I finally get to the bathroom, right? I'm doing my business, but I begin to lose my balance and I fall in the bathroom. Now, when you hear that, you're probably thinking, did toilet water get on you or anything like that, Drew? No, picture this, right? I'm on the bathroom floor like this, right? I'm struggling like this. I'm holding on to my shoulder. I'm trying to see if there's any light, if there's a way for me to get up. Remember, my body is still feeling slow, but I surprisingly, I get up. You know what I'm saying? I get up. I start to walk out the bathroom and I'm trying to make sure, you know, my shoulder and everything is good, that I'm all right. And I start to think to myself, maybe that wasn't as big as a fall that I thought it was. And mind y'all, while all that took place, my girl had no idea. She was still laying down, sleeping just as peacefully as she could be. But I'm going back to the bed. Before I get there, I see something. I saw me and my girl laying down on the bed. And I know you're probably like, wait, how does that make sense, Drew? You just said you went to the bathroom to pee and you fell and everything. I honestly think that was an out-of-body experience. It was like another perspective of it all in the hotel. And that point of view lasted for like 5 minutes. I remember that vividly, but eventually I felt myself go back into my body and lay down like nothing happened. And just like that, the night was over. It was over, man. But with all that being said, thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And I know what you're thinking. Drew, we're seeing you for the first time in forever? Listen, I know. Look, I'm trying to be more efficient and work smarter when it comes to making these videos. So going forward now, 50% of the video will be me, you know what I'm saying, right here, you know? And then the other 50% will still be animated, y'all. But don't forget to like, comment, share if you haven't already. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you in the next Drewtoon, all right? Peace. See, right now, this is probably you. You probably have like a little fro, probably like a cruddy, one of those type of deals, right? And you got so many high expectations of what your hair will look like. But before you get there, down the finish line, you gotta go through some stages. You gotta go through some phases. And the first phase you will enter once you get your first retwist, my brother, is that god-awful, ugly phase. The purpose of the ugly stage is so that your hair can get used to being twisted and coiled up like that. Now, when you're out in public and you got your retwist, but it's in that ugly face, and people are like, bro, what are you doing with your hair? What is that? What is that on top of your head? All you're gonna have to do is tell them, bro, trust the process, bro. My hair gonna hang low, da-da-da-da-da. And honestly, they might laugh at you and not say your hair's looking weird, but that's what it comes with. Now, with the ugly phase, it may last up to like 3 to 6 months. I mean, it all depends on your hair and how it grows and things like that. So now, even with going through the ugly phase and getting a retwist, sometimes getting a retwist may not even matter, because your hair still will look crazy and it will still look funny. It's kind of like a lose-lose, honestly. I'm just talking from experience, you know. I've been through the ugly stage myself and it was brutal. My hair was looking funny. I also had a brutal ugly stage because I honestly had a hard time finding a good lock maintenance stylist. I'll give y'all a couple scenarios of me going through the trials and tribulations of finding a good loctician. I remember the first woman I went to, right? You know, it was just like a normal retwist, but like a week later, the gel that she used, it was irritating my scalp, and my hair started looking all nappy, even with a shape up. And then I tried to book an appointment again, and it's like she was being all late and inconsistent with communication. And when you have locks, you don't have time for that. You need somebody who's gonna be on it. Now with the second person, it was actually in this shop called the Braiding Palace. So I go in the shop, they recommend me this woman, and it was an older woman who was doing my hair. You could tell she's been in the game of doing hair for centuries. I've never seen an old woman's hands look that muscular and swole. She been putting them joints to work probably since like back in the 50s, 60s, bro. Who knows, bro? But so she was the one who did my hair. I was going through it in that chair, and I get up from the chair and I look in the mirror. I was just so in awe and confused. It was terrible. It's like the root of my hair wasn't even twisted, but the end was. So that resulted in me having this like Sonic looking dread type freeform wicks type cut. And I didn't ask for that. I don't want no wicks. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta find somebody else. But through all those trials and tribulations, man, I finally found somebody who can get my hair right. And we've been locked in ever since. She be doing her thing. But now, here you are again. Maybe you've gone through the trials and tribulations of trying to find a good loctician, and you finally found one. And your hair is looking clean. You're starting to exit the ugly phase, alright? But even though your hair is looking nice, it's not feeling as nice. It's actually starting to itch a little bit. No, it's actually starting to itch a lot. And your scalp is beginning to kind of get dry. But not a little bit dry, like it's on one spot of your head. I'm talking about like your whole head is just like getting real dry. You came across that dandruff, my boy. The reason that dandruff has happened is because there's a lack of moisture that has been on your scalp. You try and touch and feel on your hair once, every time you do it, it's snowing. You got flakes coming out that damn head of yours. Sometimes when you have a lock style, the dandruff will be knotted in the design of the dread. It's like I'll be trying to hide it now. Sometimes dandruff comes from not getting a retwist in a very long time. Plus, it can start smelling a certain way. You're being in different atmosphere in your day-to-day. At the gym, maybe at your job, all types of stuff like that can cause your hair to stink. Not stink, stank. But I would be lying to you if there wasn't a way for you to win against the dandruff. One way to combat that dandruff in your noggin top is to consistently oil your scalp after a retwist. Another way to combat the dandruff is to look for early signs of the dandruff. If you see your scalp is having a discoloration against your skin, oh yeah, it's coming. And the last way is to combat that dandruff. If nothing else works, I would just say just wash your hair. Well, welcome back, bruh. You know, I'm actually proud. You've been through the beginning stages of the ugly phase, and you've battled and won against the dandruff and dry scalp. You have come a long way. Plus, your hair is getting pretty long. It's actually at a great length. Like, it can move now and everything, but maybe your hair is getting really long, and now your hair is getting in the way. Your hair is getting too long. This is the last con I will be discussing. When your hair is getting too long, that can result in a multitude of different things, okay? Sometimes when you eat, you might see a little dread trying to get a piece of your food too. Now you got crumbs in your head. Ugh, it's nasty. You remember that little cap or do-rag you used to use when you had them ugly little locks in your head? Yeah, it's probably not gonna work anymore, bro. That little cap is too small now. You need that Bob Marley joint. I got something like that. It's all black, you know? And also, the longer your hair grows, the longer it will take for a loctician to do it. 6 months previously, your hair may have taken 2 hours, but your hair's grown, now it's to your back. Now your hair takes 4 hours to do. These are all things you need to consider when you really want the locks, bruh. But with all that being said, man, that will conclude today's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this video, and you know, I just wanted to put my input on this topic because I know there's people out there who can relate, especially in the lock community. But More animations are on the way. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go and hit that subscribe, bro. You still here, hit that subscribe. And I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.
But the first one we're gonna get into is the undercover hater. Now with the undercover hater, this one is probably the most common one seen in friend groups. Usually the undercover hater, they really don't like you and they're in secret competition with you and you wouldn't even know it. Say for example, right? You're probably trying to be successful in life. Maybe you're in college, maybe you're trying to be an athlete in sports, or you're like a musician and you post what you're doing very often on social media, but this particular person never supports you, never likes anything, never shares anything on their story, nothing. They don't support nothing you do. Or say for example, whenever they see you shining, they're gonna look away. They're gonna look this way, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna do one of these. They don't wanna pay attention to your success, even though everybody in the friend group could get successful and there's money out here for everybody to eat. And also with this undercover hater feeling like you are better than them, they're going to downplay your success. They're gonna downplay what you're trying to do. They're gonna downplay your goals. They're gonna downplay your achievements. And they might say something like, oh yeah, he got his little degree. Oh yeah, he got his little YouTube plaque. You just can't have this type of person around, bro. They're just negative and just full of hate. Just runs in their blood, just full of it. Hate every day. The moment they wake up to the minute they go to bed, hate, hate, hate. And this is my last point discussing about the undercover hater and what they'll do to you in particular. They're gonna insult you and make jokes about you more often than anyone else in the friend group. I know what you're thinking when I said jokes, you know what I'm saying? In friend groups, yes, you can make jokes about each other, you know, little roast sessions and stuff like that. But if they're just always talking about you in particular and no one else, bro, they just don't like you. They don't like you. And you don't have to put up with that, you know what I'm saying? They gotta go. They gotta get cut off. The second type of person that you should cut off is the crash out. The crash out is honestly the most interesting archetype in this list. This type of behavior, it just doesn't sprout out of nowhere, right? See, in elementary school, middle school, and high school, this was the type of person to always be known to be in trouble all the time. Now, what I just explained to you is the beginning stages of being the ultimate crash out. So now we were at the mid period of the crash out. So now we're at the point where this crash out attracts people like him, other crash out. Now he or she is starting to hang out with this group of people, and this group of people over here probably doesn't align with you and where you want to go in your life. So there's probably going to be some distance between you now and this crash out homie because of who they're with now. Now since this crash out that you knew is now in this group, now he probably feels like, I still got to prove myself. They can't mess with me in school, so I'm gonna take that same behavior, that same attitude to the streets, even though I ain't from the streets for it. That's how they think. I'm telling you from experience. I've seen it myself. Now they're about to reach their peak. They've turned to a life of crime, basically. That's what they're doing. They have nothing else going on for them, so they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to that bag, and they have nothing to lose, which makes them dangerous to be around. So you cannot be around them anymore. Listen, bro, if you ever see your friend or a homie that you knew post on their Instagram story and it's some illegal substances and they talking about some tap in or they talking about some gas out, I regret to inform you that they have definitely crashed out. So stay away from that person. Cut them off. Get them out of your life. And the last but certainly not least person that you should cut off is just the person who's a loser. So the first type of loser friend that you don't want to be around, the Debbie Downer, the person who has no ambition, someone who's just existing, who has nothing going on for themselves, who doesn't want nothing out of life. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that type of behavior to trickle down and then it starts being a part of you. You got to cut them off. You know, because birds like a feather flock together. Another type of loser is someone, you know, who does anything for attention from the opposite gender. Put yourself in a situation like this, right? You're probably at work, school, or college, and you're having a conversation with a female that you know what I'm saying? And the conversation's going very well. And while that conversation is going on, this homie that you know steps into the conversation. You're not thinking nothing of it, and she's not thinking of nothing of it either. But I'm telling you, this homie, he's thinking like, now how can I get her attention all over me instead of him? And all of a sudden your homie thinks this is a damn comedy club and he turned into Chris Rock. Now all of a sudden he just got jokes out the ass. He just got jokes coming from everywhere. Because there's a female involved into this interaction, he feels like he has to put on an act. If you were ever caught in a situation like this, you need to peep, bro, for real. This type of loser homie can also have qualities of trying to downgrade you as well. Say you and this homie are, you know, y'all going to a kickback or something. Y'all probably already been there for like 20-30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? The vibe is nice, you know, everyone's just talking, having a good time. You're over there talking to a couple of females while your friend is over here by his lonesome just sitting, even though there's other women around. But nah, he wants to get what you have. So imagine this, while you're still talking to those females, your homie gets up, right? He yells out your name. The females look at you and then they look at him. And the next thing you know, he's trying to slap box you in front of them. He's trying to put you in the chokehold in front of the females. Like, what is bro doing? The whole vibe is just off. Now the females are just looking all awkward. They don't even know what to do. You kind of don't even know what to do. You was, you know, doing your thing, and now it just, the whole vibe has changed. But I'm gonna tell you why. Because this homie is jealous. It's just little situations like that where you have to really pay attention to who you consider friends and homies, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to a woman being in the conversation or being in the situation now. This can also go for women too, you know what I'm saying? Vice versa. But with all that being said, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I really hope you take something away from this video, you know what I'm saying? But it's all in humor and just fun, you know what I'm saying? But I will catch y'all in the next Drewtoon, man. Peace.